There's a tree in the background. Hey guys, it's your boy Rux. Did you miss me? Yeah, I bet you did. So this is gonna be my tutorial on how to sidechain and why. Now, in FL Studio, there are 3 methods, but I'm only going to show you 2 because one of them is fucking outdated as fuck. As in, it was using the Fruity Peak controller, and we had to do that before, Fruity Limiter was a thing. So, let's get down to business. So I got these things here. You got... And then you got... So, the reason why I have 2 different ones is one of them I'm going to show you the manual sidechain way, like what it says right here. And then the other one I'm going to show you how to do the limiter one. So the manual one is going to be this one. So that's the one we're going to do first because it's my favorite and I think you would probably like it the most as well. So let's get started. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is link your kick to one of these, just, for now. This is how I link it. I usually pick one of these and then go to this thing, hit channel routings and route, because I like that it puts the channel name down there for me. Or you could do this method, but I mean, it's up to you. Excuse me, I'm a little sick still. So once you do that, you want to link your pads or whatever you're side chaining, give them a unique channel so that they have a place to reside to. Now, we're going to do the manual one first. So, what I just recently started doing, this is like the easiest way to sidechain manually. So, I have a send channel that just says sidechain, and it has a Fruity Balance on it. Now, what you would want to do in this situation is highlight, click on it, and do this. So you unlink it from the master. Oh no, there's no sound. And then you go down here, to the very bottom part of it. By the way, I'm on compact mixer layout mode. So if you want to follow along, you can, change that by clicking this top thing here to hit compact. Yeah. So back to the sidechain, you go down here. Fuck. I didn't mean to click on it. While you have that one highlighted, the one that you want to sidechain, you will put route to this track. Or you could have just hit route to this track only, and I believe it would knock it off the master, but hey. Oh my god, we have sound. So basically, you can add extra effects over top of, whatever's going on. So like this here, strictly for the pad. The sidechain here, strictly for sidechaining. So you can literally throw everything to route to this track that you want sidechained. Now, that's if you want to do it that way. You can still do it the manual way by putting a Fruity Balance on the specific channel and then doing it that way. But I don't like to do that. So you open up Fruity Balance and you're given this. I want you to turn that bad boy all the way up just for, easy sake. And then you shrink the playlist down. And this is the part that people forget sometimes. Highlight. In this version of FL Studio, 12. And I think the previous, you have to highlight. It won't just place a one bar. It used to do that. I kind of wish it would, but, but it's easy this way. So you highlight it, right-click on the volume, and hit Create Automation Clip. Now you're like, okay, what am I doing with this manual sidechain, and why am I doing it? The reason why you're doing this is because this would give you the most consistent control over your sidechain. It will give you the most consistent control. I cannot stress that enough. Because other ways, using the compressor sidechain method, I mean, that is, consistent, but it doesn't give you control of the shape. And that's what you want. You want control of the shape. So you can play around and, get the results you want. Hold on, we're gonna I mean, typically most side chains kind of, play around with it. Get some nice sounds that you like. Like you could have it hit on the kick and then, kind of do one of these things. You can even get, even more wicked with your shape and, do stuff like that. So it's, or maybe you don't want to cut out completely and you can just bring it back up to. So, I mean, it gives you the most control, and then you can just copy paste, do that all the way, stuff like that. So you're good. You're good there. So that's my favorite. The manual sidechain using Fruity Balance. I think it's the best, and I like to have control of my shape. And it gives you the most consistent results. So on to the next one. The next sidechain method just uses the Fruity Limiter. It's pretty fucking, it's pretty standard. So I had you link the kick and the pads to an effects sidechain or an effects chain. Oh my god, no sidechain. What do I do? Easy. You do this. You click on the kick. You go down to the one that you want to sidechain or the ones. Make sure you have the kick selected or it will not work. So you're like, oh, I see the pad track here. I'm going to go down here, right click on this arrow, and I'm going to hit sidechain to this track. Now, it doesn't work instantly. You have to do more work. I'm sorry. So you click on the effects that you want, or the effects number that you want. Remember, order is important. You want your reverb underneath the sidechain, typically, most electronic music. So, but you are the boss of your own music sauce. That doesn't even work. So anyways, what I did was you open up Fruity Limiter, you hit compressor. So you go from limit to compressor. You see this part where it says sidechain? Right click on it. And look, it says attack kick 13. You want to click that bad boy. Now, oh my god, it didn't work. Because silly Willy, you have to make your shape. So you're going to take your threshold and you're going to pull it down to about yay. Because right there is kind of where it's going to say, hey, once it hits that, peak, we're going to start sidechaining. And then this is kind of like the curve of your shape. Kind of see, it's a little hard to see there, but that's kind of how the shape is going to look. Now it's kind of working. Now we're going to let it play. We're going to play around with it so you can kind of see what, difference it makes. So think of the threshold as how deep the sidechain is going to be. And the ratio is more or less how quick it's going to come back. I mean, you can even go over here where it says envelope and you can... You can further, edit your shape. But those are the two main methods in FL Studio to sidechain. I honestly prefer the shape method. It gives me the, precision that I want. And I just prefer it that way. And then you can link everything to the same send track and just makes life easier that way. Reasons why you would sidechain. Now, it's used for effect a lot of the times now. It's something you would want to use on your basses, to get rid of the conflicting frequencies of your bass drum with your, kick, or your bass with your kick. It's going to sound like, muddy shit, crap, ass. And you don't want that ass. Well, you do, but not in this case. And sidechaining your kick with your bass will be the best thing that you ever do. Now, it's up to you how deep you do it, but, just play around. Honestly, there's no fucking right or wrong way, and I can't stress that enough. It's something I'm sick of hearing people, you're not doing it the right way. You're not you're not doing it the right way. It's just stop. Just play around, have fun, because that's the most important reason why you're making music to begin with, because you're having fun. And if you're not having fun, just don't do it then. But that's it. So hope that you learnt something. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and especially comment. I love reading your guys' comments. Please keep commenting. Oh God, please.